Excel Appendix D, pages D13 to D15. Alright, in the middle of page D13, read about working with icon sets and make sure you understand what one is and why we use it. To apply and modify the icon set in the Radioactive Elements worksheet, step number 1, go to the Radioactive Elements worksheet. Click the down pointing arrow in the name box, and then click Radioactivity Data. That selects the periodic table on the sheet. Step number 2, on the Home tab in the Styles group, click the Conditional Formatting button. Point to Icon Sets. Click 3 traffic lights rimmed, the second icon set in the Shapes section. Here's the Shapes section. Here's the second icon set, and then the very first one, which is the little green guy with a rim around it, says 3 traffic lights rimmed. Go ahead and click on that one. Step number 3, scroll down the worksheet so that you can see green traffic lights in all cells in the periodic tables that have a value of 1. Okay, so you can see you have your little green traffic light where there's a 1, correct? Step number 4, in the Styles group, click the Conditional Formatting button and then click Manage Rules. Your Conditional Formatting Rules Manager dialog box opens. Step number 5, verify that current selection is listed in the Show Formatting for Rules box. Show Formatting Rules for current selection. Step number 6, in the rules list, click the icon set right there. Just go ahead and click on it and make sure that it's in the first video in blue. Then click the Edit Rule button and the Edit Formatting Rule dialog box opens. Okay, Edit Rule. Here's our Edit Formatting Rule dialog box. Flip the page. Alright, according to the rule description, the green traffic light icon appears in cells with a value greater than or equal to 67%. Okay, you can see it right here, greater than or equal to 67. The yellow traffic light icon appears in cells with values less than 67% but greater than or equal to 33%, right there. The red traffic light icon appears in all other cells in the range. In this case, you want to display a red traffic light icon for cells with a value equal to 1. Step number 7, click the Reverse Icon Order button. You see it right there? The red icon is now first and the green icon is now last. Step number 8, in the red icon row, click the Type arrow. Okay, here's our red icon row. Here's Type. Hit this down pointing arrow. Click Number. And then type 1 in the value box. Okay, so type is number, value is 1. Make sure it's a 1 because there's a 0 there. It's easy to accidentally make it 10 or 0, 1. Just make sure it's a 1. Step number 9, in the yellow icon row, click the type arrow and click number. The value changes to 0 and the types are consistent, although it has no effect in this case. Step number 10, click the Show Icon Only checkbox to insert a check mark. That hides the cell values. Alright, let's stop and take a look at figure D12 on page D14 and make sure that your editing format rule dialog box looks like theirs. So we have icon sets, I cannot say icon sets. We have red, yellow, green. We have Show Icon Only. Then we have red, yellow, green. Okay, and then if you move over here, red is right here, and the 1 and number, and then this one, greater than or equal to 0. Okay, when you have it all set and looks just like that, go ahead and click the OK button in each dialog box to return to the worksheet and verify that the red traffic light icon appears in the radioactive elements The non-radioactive elements still show periods because the icon set rule applies only to numeric values. Okay, got all that? To create a legend for the icon set, in cell J10, all right, here's J10, there we go. Always check and make sure, especially when there's no borders on anything, you have to be careful. Enter 1, okay, so I put the 1 in there, and then what am I going to do to it? Horizontally center and vertically middle align. Horizontally center and vertically middle align the value. Okay, got that? Move up to the top of page D15. On the Home tab in the Styles group, click the Conditional Formatting button. Then click Manage Rules. Step number 3. Click the Show Formatting Rules for arrow and click this worksheet. Step number 4. Click after the equal sign in the Implies To box. Now, for those of you who are having a hard time seeing that, please remember, if you hold down your Control key and roll the wheel on your mouse, again, Control, wheel on your mouse, it makes everything on your screen larger or smaller depending on which way you roll. So you could make this larger and make it easier to see. Okay, so we clicked just after the equal sign in the Imply To box. Click cell J10 in the worksheet to insert an absolute reference to the legend cell. Okay, so we want to click on cell J10. Okay, and now we have an absolute reference pop in there. Take a look at your range in step number 4. And we have to type a comma. I'm just checking my range against theirs, so that it says the absolute value of J10, comma, and then you have the range, the absolute value of H24 through AK24, comma, and then the absolute value of H22 through AK2. Okay, that's what it's visible and you can see right there. Step number 5, click the OK button. The red traffic light icon appears in cell J10, matching the icon for radioactive elements in the periodic table. In cell K10, middle align the text and enter radioactive element. I think it's a good idea to have a big red stop on anything that's radioactive. Okay. Now it just says select cell A1, change your view to 60% to see the entire periodic table. Okay, you can also just scroll through and take a look, it's fine. Okay, got all that? Go ahead and save this and you're ready to move on to your next video.